How can I help you, sir?
My name is Norman Friedler. I've come to turn myself in. You know, I just did what I had to do. Actually, what my wife wanted me to do. It wasn't easy, but I had to respect her decision. You know, when my wife made up her mind to do something, you damn well better do it. Otherwise, you'll never get the end of it. Granted, when I was younger, I used to stand up to her. But after 53 years of marriage, you learn it's a hell of a lot easier just to give in. 53 years. Can you believe it? Unfortunately, cancer isn't something you can anticipate. Would you like to see a picture of Annie?
Sure.
Oh, see?
Oh, she is beautiful.
And not only that, she was one hell of a golfer. Oh, boy, what a competitor. You know, she would refuse to tee off from the ladies' tee. It had to be the man's tee or she wouldn't play. She's a fighter, that one. But I guess this last fight was a little too much. Wish I could have done something. It's going to be lonely around here without her. The walks, the talks, playing cards, kings on the corner. You see, we discussed this possibility before, but I never thought I'd have to actually do it. She knew how squeamish I was about this sort of thing because of what happened once. When I was young, my mother told me to get rid of a rabbit that was in the garden eating up all her vegetables. So I grabbed my brother's pellet gun and I shot it. Only it didn't die. It just lay there and looked at me. So I ran back in the house and got my older brother Mike to come outside. After a look of anguish, he grabs the gun from me and shoots the rabbit. And he says, "Norman, never start something you can't finish." And then he runs in the house. Boy, was I angry. I was so mad at him. And after a moment, I thought, he's right. The rabbit was at peace. And so is my Annie now. So, do you think I'll have to be here long? I have to get to the mall early in the morning to take my walk. The doctor says I need my exercise. Our doctor, he's a good man. He hooked Annie up to all those tubes for the drugs to go through. There's, what do you call it?
Well, there's the fentanyl.
He called it fentanyl. Yeah. He even pointed out the little knob that would increase the dosage.
Now, as a doctor, Norman, I'm professionally obligated to advise against it. It's my job to keep people alive.
No, I don't want to get him in trouble. He told us not to use it. But he wasn't lying there in pain. There was nothing he could do. There was nothing anyone could do. We all knew she was going to die. We just didn't know when. It could be an hour, a day, maybe a week. And then, tonight, when the nurse left, she called me over.
Now, as a doctor, Norman, I'm professionally obligated to advise against it. It's my job to keep people alive. But as a person, as your friend, I'm in no position to judge you.
Mr. Friedler? Norman.
Huh?
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she called me over and she said, Norman, it's time.
There's the fentanyl. But give her too much and she will sleep forever.
Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I know you have a job to do. We all have to do what we have to do.
Mr. Fiedler, I'm sorry. I've got to place you under arrest.
Sir, is there any other way?
I don't write the law. What can I do? Mr. Fiedler, you have the right to remain silent. If you choose not to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Person. Okay. I'm ready. It's okay. You can take the picture.